All right, so let's talk about stalled projects or projects in process. I don't know where my tripod is. I don't know where my wireless mics are. So we're just gonna do this freehand. Hopefully it doesn't get too shaky. But these are things I got going. I have been working a little bit, but I thought I'd just to get a video out and let y'all know I ain't dead. Just talk about my projects that are in process or stalled. This isn't all my stalled projects because there's at least one that's in storage jail with all my stuff. That's why I can't find my tripod or my wireless mics for recording, because they're in storage. Well, anyway, I haven't built in a long time because we're still waiting on a house. We're staying with my mom. And so I have to get out my stuff and put it right back away to, fold the kids' laundry and things like that. So just imagine if you had to pack up your hobby room and put it all away. You really don't get a lot of modeling done. So here we go. Let's start with the most boring build. I watched the Dale Earnhardt documentary on Amazon. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. And I just got a hankering for a slump buster. So I whipped up this Lumina, and there you go. Nothing special about it. Oh, I did do some custom work. I took out the super speedway window, and I took off the apron on this side to make it more like a short track car because I thought that looked ugly. And I took out the window net, but I didn't even clear it because sometimes clear messes up the decals, and I don't like doing floor shine clear. So I just left it, and I thought it's good to go. Who am I trying to impress? I'm not gonna enter this in a contest or nothing. So there's that one. The Fireball Roberts Ford was an eBay purchase. I think I paid $20 shipped for this thing. And the reason I bought it is because I'm gonna do a restoration on it. The decals and the paint are no bueno. They suck. I think it's got floor shine on it from just some of the cracking that it's doing. And I think these are inkjet graphics, but it's very nicely built as a race car. Like, these are aftermarket wheels, aftermarket tires. They did a good job, on the block off plates. It's got like aftermarket actual hood pins in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strip that thing, repaint it, and re-decal it. And I've done that a couple times off of eBay. It seems to me like guys who build stock cars are really good at like race car details, but they're terrible at painting decals. No offense, guys, but whoever built this one phoned it in on the paint job. So that's something we're gonna do. I like old 60s race cars. I got a bunch of them, so we're gonna do that later. This here is a, what's it called? Too Many Projects resin, 3D printed resin body from Facebook. It only comes with the body and the grille, the bumpers, and it comes with a 3D printed buck to vacuum form the glass, but nothing else. These wheels are just taped in there. It did not come with skirts, which Cadillacs have, so I made some skirts for it. This trim piece was also very faint, so that's a piece of styrene rod that I put on there. These amazing wheels are Danbury Mint, either Danbury Mint or Franklin Mint, 124 scale, 53 Buick Skylark wires. I had one that was damaged that I got for nothing almost, so I pillaged it for the wheels. I'm also gonna use the dash and some parts because this comes with nothing. I mean, nothing. So that's probably one I'm not gonna finish anytime soon because of all the scratch building, but I do love Cadillacs, and so that is coming someday. And now that we got Revell chrome spray, bumpers and grills like that, no problem. Just don't touch them. They do wear, oh my gosh, my children's underwear. I'm so sorry. All right, that's the 47 Cadillac Seednet 3D printed, and that thing is heavy. It is really thick. Thing weighs as much as a finished model. All right, but that's gonna be that's closed hood. So I just need to put something on the bottom to affix the wheels to, and then fully construct an interior. Probably gonna do some styrene right around the windshield to create the windshield trim, and then just use some flat evergreen clear styrene for the windows, because I don't know how to vacuum form. Anybody wants to vacuum for me some windows, I'll send you the buck and a few dollars. All right, here we have the 62.5 Corvette. This thing is really coming together. I really dig this thing. It was pretty sketchy at times, but I just kept plugging away at the bodywork, and it is coming together. It's a 62 Corvette with a 63 front clip. That is the monogram Predicta grille. I did extend this down. This is stretched down to make the grille taller, just for proportions. When I put this together, this cove kind of disappeared with all the sanding. So this is styrene rod, and I blended it into the stock 63 body reveal. And man, that thing it looks factory because it matches the back one. And I don't know, it's like really cool concept car. But that thing's about ready for primer. There was a low spot right there that I fixed. 6 taillights, of course. So I drilled extra holes for the 6 taillights. These 62 Corvette AMTs are just all molded in the bottom, so there's not going to be much detail to this. I've even considered not even putting an engine in it, just making it curbside. But I probably will, just so it has something when you pop the hood. But that is the 63 and 62.5 Corvette. Oh, I did narrow the wheels. I don't know if you could see that, but that's how the wheels came. I narrowed those wheels. I chucked it up in a drill, put a saw on it, cut the rim off, filed it down, re-glued it. So they fit in the front. So I shortened or narrowed those wheels. So that's a really fun project. I'm enjoying cutting and splicing things together. Next we have a 59 El Camino. I'm gonna put on the screen right now. What I want it to look like. There you go. It'd be a Larry Watson inspired El Camino that actually existed. I just got done painting this. This is only like step 3 of 10. So it's gonna get a lot more paint on it, but I wanted kind of a butternut pearl, light pale yellow. And so I did a pearl white base coat and then just fogged on yellow, just real lightly. And the yellow is splotchy because the yellow is like really strong as far as pigment. And then I just got the pearl white back out and started dusting pearl white on it until it evened everything out. But this is a mild custom. I filled the snorkels on the 59 Chevy. That's a 60 Mercury grill. Those are the Predicta, monogram Predicta headlights. Shaved door handles. And then back here, I molded in the tailgate. And then I molded in the custom taillights to the stock tailgate. The custom tailgate has a big protruding license plate frame that I didn't like. I could have like shaved that down, I suppose, but I just figured it'd be easier to mold the stock tailgate into the body and then mold the custom taillights in one piece. The taillight lenses are 2-piece, and so I'll need to figure out how to kind of conjoin those and hide the seam because they're made of red clear plastic, but I'll figure that out. So that's gonna be, I've also, the other green color is Testor's Extreme Lacquer, like pearl green. I don't remember the color, but so that is kind of a mixture of Tamiya pearl white and Tamiya pearl yellow, kind of dusted back and forth to give it kind of that butternut color. The hubcaps are 62 Corvette out of that kit. And I'm gonna probably finish that first because it's kind of on its way. I'm gonna let that pearl yellow dry for a while, get it good and aired out. And then I'm gonna start taping and do the green. Well, you know what? Maybe I seal this in with clear first and then I do the green. Or I tape it, then clear it to seal the tape into the clear, then do the green. I don't know. It's been so long since I've done this model and stuff, I have to think about things. But it's gonna have bellflower pipes like the picture that I showed you. And just a really good looking mild custom. All right, last but certainly not least is this super cool Mercury back here. This is the AMT 49 Mercury. There's a story behind this. I bought this resin body, not this particular one, but I bought this exact same resin body off eBay probably 10 years ago. I messed up the paint, and so I soaked it in brake fluid. Well, I didn't know that you can't soak resin bodies in brake fluid because the brake fluid had to come over for reaction, and it turned this thing into rubber. It was the craziest thing. It was like one of those old rubber toys from the 40s and 50s. If you've ever seen them, you could like bend the body and it would bounce back. It was super weird. So I was just poor at the time and didn't want to purchase another body, so I just finished it with the unchopped roof. And I painted it that Tamiya pearl blue, and DeSoto grill and Cadillac hubcaps, flush mounted the skirts, painted taillights on the bumper guards, and just made a nice custom. But I never really fully enjoyed the car because I always wanted it to be chopped. So you can finish. And I put the Chrysler Max wedge in it, which is just stupid. So a couple years ago, I got another body, and it had a ton of flashing on it. If you've ever got one of these, it's a Jimmy Flintstone. But the chop is right on. That is a perfect Mercury chop, if you ask me. The B-pillars are slanted a little bit. It's not over-chopped. Really looks good. So I got the body and cleaned it all up and put it on the chassis with all the parts that I had. And that's where it stopped. Now, I have a bunch of custom parts from Replicas and Miniatures of Maryland. So I need to decide if I'm going to use any of those. Like I've got Buick side trim. I've got 53 Olds headlights with the parking light. I've got a bunch of little custom goodies. I've got 54 Merc taillights that maybe I could put into the bumper guards. I've got a bunch of little custom goodies that I could do on this car that I got to decide if I'm going to use or not, or just repaint it as is and just have a nice looking chop Mercury. I don't know. We'll see. But that's probably the oldest stalled project we hear. And then the one that is not here and stuck in storage jail, lost until we move, is a 37 Ford Coupe that I chopped on the channel. If you scroll back in the videos, you'll find it. Me chopping that. Oh, I got one more. I forgot. I'll be right back. This 32 Ford is really close to being done, except all the parts are locked up in storage as well. And I thought, like, why don't I just finish it with a new kit? Well, then I remind myself that I spent so much time building all the interior panels in the back seat for this thing, and I don't want to do that again. Plus, that would pillage another 32 sedan kit, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I've got all those panels made. And just one of them deals we were moving, and the car made it into the don't put in storage box, and then the parts did not. I mean, they're not loose. They're in a box somewhere. But this is a fully wired and plumbed 57 Chevy Black Widow engine. So I thought that looked super cool in there. Did like a Pines Winterfront grill. I think I might paint the grill blue. I was gonna keep it black to match the frame. I think I'll paint it blue maybe. I don't know. Oh, I didn't mention the body. This is a AMT back half molded to a 32 Ford Roadster cowl and front doors from Revell. So Revell to the front doors, the back doors, AMT. I do have a video on this way back on the channel if you want to go see how I did that. It wasn't too difficult because I wanted a Phaeton. I think Phaetons are super cool, but I did not want to build an AMT Phaeton. And then this is the chopped roof that comes in the AMT Phaeton. And I kind of did that little oop-de-doo right there. I like the black top, but the car kind of disappears on the shelf. So I don't know, I might do tan. But I really dig it. Front wheels are, let's see, what are the front wheels are Revell 32 Ford wires. Back wheels are old Monogram Model A Woody front wheels, 124 scale. So they got a deeper dish than the fronts. And then, you know, just pretty box stock 32 Ford. That body came out really good. Ed Fluck at Dark City Castings contacted me about mastering in it, but he decided not to, which is fine, but he should have, because this thing came out killer. He could have sold a bunch of them. Anywho, there's that. And then this over here is a chopped 34 Ford, but you're gonna say, isn't that the ZZ Top kit? It is, and it isn't. This began life as a unchopped kit from the 1960s. And I chopped it because it's easier to chop an unchopped car than to re-chop a chopped car, if that makes any sense. So this roof was an unchopped, the 1962 release of the 34 Ford 3-window. And I wanted to do a Bonneville chop, so I really laid those A-pillars back and then got that male slot rear window going. Came out really good. I spent a lot of time chopping the windshield frame and making it look perfect. And this too, this windshield frame and the parts to this one are in storage. So that really sucks. So these two awesome unfinished builds will stay that way for a bit. But I can finish the Elko, I can finish the Merc, I can finish the Corvette. And I got a shoebox build that is going to be a buddy build. So 49 or 50 Ford convertible or coupe that I need to kind of get going on. And I ain't even started. So I got some work to do. Probably see a video about the El Camino, hopefully soon. Hopefully we won't with 6 months again. But yeah, thanks for coming by the channel, sticking with me. Just life's been hard, but we're doing good. Take care.